Okay, we're live. We're on.
Are we?
Yeah.
Rock and roll, baby.
Okay, guys. I know you can eat and listen at the same time. The meetings, I want to start making the meetings a little bit shorter because what's been happening, like that last meeting we had, I think it was good, but I think a lot of the stuff gets lost because the meeting goes on so long that we kind of check out.
Yeah.
I know I do. I definitely check out. What I want to start talking about, and we're going to start diving in each week, is on first class and what does that look like? You know, because you hear me say that we provide first class service. Well, that's great, but what does it look like? You know, what does it entail? So when I look at that, it's our language, the way we dress, our vehicles. So the way to look at your vehicles, if somebody calls you and says, hey, Gail, I need you to come over. And then you're like, oh crap, can I really drive over there with my vehicle the way it looks right now? Mm-hmm. So you always want to have your vehicle to where it's perfectly clean inside. And I'm not just talking to you all, I'm talking to myself as well when I say this, because I'm thinking I've still got stuff in my car that needs to come out. The way we communicate with each other, our customers, vendors, and anyone that meets us. I mean, if a stranger walks in through this door, we treat them exactly the same way we treat a customer. You know, we're up, we're talking to them, we're trying to help them. If they're trying to look for another location here or whatever, we're just going out of our way to help them. Because I believe you just can't turn it on and off. You know, how I treat one person based on how I treat somebody else. I don't think you can do that. But we're going to dive really into communication later, and that's going to be like bookings, follow-up, thank you cards, how we communicate with the drivers, etc. Because I want us all to be consistent and on the same page when we're communicating with our customers, with our vendors, but it's all exactly the same. So when you make a booking, it all flows together. We all do it the exact same way, okay? Honor our word, pretty simple, right? Just honor what you say you're gonna do, period, no excuses. And the way we treat others, and the way we handle each shipment. So I went over that. So what we're gonna start doing is we're gonna start diving into each one of those, okay? But I wanna break it down so that it's shorter. We're not doing it all right now. Because y'all are gonna check out, I'll check out. So let's start looking closer at our language, okay? I know we like to have fun in here, but think about what they hear next door, okay? So think about if she's got somebody over there and maybe her husband or maybe the wife is in logistics. And then they hear us cackling over here and carrying on, having a good time. And she sees the sign and goes, oh my God, oh wait, I know that company. But that's how she relates to us now. Remember, it's that first impression? The moment they hear an F-bomb drop out of here or something like that, that's how they're going to relate to us. That's obviously not first class. And I'm just as guilty, right? I just noticed my daughter, my 19-year-old, just sent me a text, and she was cursing about Hulu. Why do we have commercials? And I was like, I don't know if you heard me call Angela. I'm like, Paige is sure cursing a lot. But then it's like, wait a minute. Because I am. So I'm declaring for her to curse as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, it's it's the way we speak. I mean, it's really, I like to cut up and have a good time. But we can still do it. We just have to. And even when you leave this place, it's not, okay, in here, I'm going to not curse. But when I get out there, it's okay to do it. Because if you're sitting at a table with your buddies and you're cursing and having a good time, and somebody sitting next to you that maybe knows you as in logistics, right? Who knows? But it gets back to that's the way you are. Not, and I don't think that's the image that you guys want. I know it's not the image I want of myself. Yeah. And like I said, I'm guilty of it. I've slid lately really bad into the language. The way we dress. So when I look at it, it's the same way with your cars. If a client were to call you and say, hey, Gregory, I need you to come over here now. Are you able to go over there now? Or are you going to stop and go, crap? One thing I used to do is I used to always, and I don't have it here, I used to always keep a sports coat in my office. So if somebody needed anything, it didn't matter what I was wearing, I could just throw a sports coat over top and a pair of jeans and I'm good to go. Yeah. Right? It's not meaning I have to wear slacks, but it's you're presentable when you walk in there. Right? I was guilty. I was wearing sweatshirts for a while. The long sleeve Under Armours and a short sleeve underneath.
Yeah.
I can't walk into somebody's office like that. They would call me.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially if they say, hey, come by, I want you to see how this cargo loads, and I want you to meet my boss. I'm like, oh, crap, I
Yeah.
gotta go home first and change, and then I gotta go, and I've done that before.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what a waste of time. I'm not doing that again,
Yeah,
okay?
definitely.
Back to the vehicles, same thing, right? Vehicles are clean, so if we gotta go pick somebody up for lunch, we feel good about it, and we're not wasting time cleaning our vehicle out.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just checking your vehicle once a week, and I think you'll feel better with your vehicle clean. It's like now with my desk, I feel better with my desk clean now
Yeah.
than I did when my brother walked in here last week and said something about it. And I was just like, crap. But now I don't feel there's something about having all that paper there, you feel cluttered.
Yeah.
Or you start to panic a little bit thinking I've got a
agree.
lot of work.
I've done that on the phone with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, and you really don't have that much work there. It just looks like you do because you're so unorganized and stuff's all over the place. And then I like to have the excuse of I'm really busy. Well, no, I'm just unorganized right now. Okay? So it's in everything we do, the way we dress, our language, the way our presentation is on our desk, the way our presentation is in our vehicle. Okay? Any questions on that? It's pretty simple.
No, it's pretty simple.
Awesome.
I agree with it too.
Good.
Quite a bit.
Valentine's Day, February 14th. What day is that? Is it Wednesday, Thursday? Anybody got a calendar? Mine's being used, so I don't have it.
Thursday, I believe.
Thursday? Okay, good.
Yeah, Thursday.
Okay, so Valentine's is a great time to get out there and go see people and see them for cheap. I mean, it doesn't cost you much to go out at all and see people. So I was in Kroger, and here's some gift ideas. Cards, a pack of cards is $7.99, and you get 10 cards. That's 80 cents per card. And I bet you can even find them cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Mail those out 7 days before Valentine's Day, 7 calendar days before Valentine's Day, and get them out to people. I've got stamps, so just grab them out of my drawer. I got no problem with you taking stamps out of there, okay? Kroger also has Valentine's candy. It was like a Snoopy's, what are those little hearts? What are those things called? The little hearts?
Oh,
They're- they're not
those sugar
sweet tart.
candies?
Yeah,
I
little-
know what you're I know what
yeah,
you're
so little, they got the little hearts and they're in a box.
Yeah.
And it says Happy Valentine's Day on it. Those were 10 packs for $10. So that's $1 a pack. So if you got a customer, you want to go drop something off to them, it's a great time because people are going to see you when you walk in. Nobody's going to turn you away with a gift. For the girls, you can go to Kroger and they got carnations, little cheap carnations. I think they're 50 cents or $1 a piece. Thing about carnations, they last forever. She'll
Okay.
put it on her desk, and I promise you it'll be there for at least 2 weeks.
All right.
They don't freaking die. So you can pass out the Christmas cards. You can pass out the Valentine's cards, mail those out, or Valentine's candies, 10 packs for $10. Or Kroger also has the Whitman Valentine's Snoopy candy, and those are the little heart box of chocolates for $1.99. No, $1.29 per box. Okay, so those are, I'm telling you guys, it's a perfect time to get out and see people. Maybe if there's somebody you're having a hard time getting in and seeing that you know has cargo, maybe a good time.
Okay.
I've always said don't buy cargo from somebody, but if it's $1, it's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, it makes a statement, and I think it helps you stand out from everybody else, okay? Any questions on Valentine's Day?
What about for guys? You think
Yeah.
you got
Like,
anything for
I
guys?
would take it like a joke, like haha, but it would be like, oh, that's funny that he went
Yeah.
out. But how?
I get
don't
the
know
guy,
these guys.
I get the guys flowers.
Yeah.
No. Candy,
Thinking
there's
about
there's
it.
nothing wrong with candy to give to a guy. I mean, it really isn't, unless you got a problem with it. But just drop off a box of candy. Hey man, here's a box of candy.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't like candy? Right? We used to always just deliver it to women only. We did carnations to women only,
Yeah.
and we noticed we're leaving out all the guys. And we were doing some, you can go by, I think Kroger has them too, HEB has them, Walgreens. You can get a little bag, a Valentine's bag, and just put some candy in there or whatever else you want to throw in there and just tie it up and give it to them. I mean,
You
you
buy
can,
those like little like Transformers box Valentine, be my Valentine. Megatron, say
Not
so.
transform it.
Transform your cargo into my love.
but get creative with it. I mean, have fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
really, if you see stuff that's, you know, at Walgreens or Kroger or HEB that's inexpensive and you think a guy, this doesn't, you know, look too feminine, I think this would be fun to give to a guy, and plus it's gonna make me stand out.
Yeah.
Because that's the main thing, is you wanna stand out from everybody else.
Yeah.
Right, you walking
Absolutely.
in, the way you dress,
Yeah,
your
personal
language,
touch,
and then
right.
your Valentine's gift to whomever, I think it goes a long ways. If you have an extra one, give it to the receptionist. Because that receptionist is gonna remember every time you
Yes,
walk
yeah.
in that place. She will remember you. So when you go over to CompuCycle, I'd give one to that receptionist, and then, if they have a receptionist,
Yeah.
and then give one to George and then the other girl there.
Okay. Valerie.
And then the thing is about that receptionist, she'll start telling you who they're using, that there's other companies coming in here and who those companies are. They will give you so much information. I've gotten more information out of receptionists than I have out of some of the contacts.
Do I give George like a half a card because he's always
He's always looking for a deal.
yeah
Yeah, give him a half a card.
yeah George,
Or a half bitten candy. Here's a Snickers bar. That's another thing. I mean, if you, for guys, I mean, if you want, just go get a Snickers bar or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you know, whatever kind of chocolate bar. Those are pretty easy.
Shit, even a little heart box candy might be helpful, because what if they forgot to get their girlfriend, their
Yeah.
missus? Oh crap, thanks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think anything is, again, it's going to make you stand out from everybody else.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Next subject. Okay, you often hear this quote: "Dreams with goals are only dreams. Dreams without goals are only dreams." Right? Yeah.
something like that.
Dreams without goals are only dreams. And I would also add, dreams without daily visions and goals are only dreams. So the visions are, you know, your daily thoughts, the pictures and videos about what it is you want. Right? Thing I came across is Pinterest lately. Is that how you pronounce that?
Pinterest,
Yeah. So I go in there now, and you set it up. What are things you like? You know, homes, is it cars, is it blah, 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 and set all that up of all the things you like. So
Yeah.
now it just constantly feeds me,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then what I've done is now is I'm creating, you know, my cars. And then I created, I've got cars all stacked up in there. Then creating a home. So I'm actually building a home to like, oh, okay, here's a good master bathroom. I like this. Here's stoves for a kitchen. So you start to create your life
Yeah.
rather than just a someday thing, right? You're creating it right there.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say, you know, if you have the dreams and you put the goals, you also got to have the visual and the thoughts. So find things that can stimulate your mind as far as things that you want. And where I'm going with this is next Monday at noon. What I want to do, and if you want to join, you can. You don't have to. But we're going to create a vision board. So we'll come in with magazines and things like that and just spend an hour, you know, have lunch, cut up, and just cut out pictures of things that we want, and we'll put them on a board. And then you take the boards home, you can hang them up in here, or whatever you want to do with them.
All right.
But we'll create vision boards.
Good.
I'm down.
Okay? So if you all come across magazines, grab those.
Okay.
Okay? Or if you see stuff on Pinterest or any other thing, just print them.
I still have my rip out magazines from the quote.
Okay?
I'd like to bring some of those and kind of use that on my vision board.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
I really like that guy climbing the mountain.
Yeah, it's perfect. And I regret throwing all of them away into the recycle bin.
Yeah, I put them in the recycle.
I did too. I was like, I needed those. Those would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So if you have those, then bring those with you, and then we can all share and cut them out.
Okay.
Okay, but we'll do that next Monday from noon until 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, and that's going to create the things that you want in life. New team member. Like I was saying, we hired a gentleman in Ohio. So I start training him. I gave him training manuals over the weekend. So now I have a meeting with him scheduled from noon until 1 o'clock on Thursday, and we're going to go over the LTL services.
Okay.
So it'd be kind of cool to be training somebody who's away from here,
Yeah.
which will sharpen the images like this and how we do things. Also, go ahead.
Is this going on to like YouTube, kind of like the videos you sent us at the beginning, or we can just build basically a bigger database of videos like that?
Yeah, so what I was looking at is doing webinars. We could do webinars and we can also do YouTubes. So not everybody can come into the office, but we'll just create it like we're doing now, where we've got the YouTube, go in and then we'll post this on YouTube and then anybody can access it at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Even you all, after the meeting, you can access it and look at it or review it. Okay? And then the webinars, we'll start doing those to where everybody can input and get in the conversation.
Okay.
Because I think it'd be cool that, you could be talking to Miguel when he's up where he lives, or Leonardo, or the guy in Ohio, or, as we grow the different branches.
Yeah.
And get everybody else's input. I think
Yeah.
would be very beneficial for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay? Any other questions on that?
No. That was-
Perfect. International shipments. I want to expand you onto the international market. I'm wavering. I'm having problems with it because international is extremely complicated. There's a lot that goes along with it as far as letters of credit. There's a lot of terminology, and I'm trying to think of the best way to introduce the international market to you. The thing that I thought about, if you want, is that you can start offering the international services, and then once you get somebody that's interested in international services, you can bring them over to me,
Yeah.
and then we can call them together so that you can hear it and as I go through the international market with them. And you can use it as, hey, we'd like to introduce you to, Bill. He's got, 27 years of international experience, knows everything about the international export and import market for air freight and ocean freight.
Yeah.
And he's our expert in that arena. But we do offer that services. And then I think that's gonna be a better way for you all to learn, is because you're gonna see it live and happening live.
Yeah, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, but that's fine, because I would want to, I just would want to take it as it comes along.
Yeah,
And then once we get an international lead, then go through the process that way. Because I wouldn't want to stop my time, because then I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I want to use this information.
exactly.
And, because ideally, I would have this domestic side up and running and pretty much self-sustaining, and then
Yeah.
I can learn a new skill. And
Yeah.
so, but at the same time, I don't want to limit myself when I'm making these calls. If I run into somebody, they have international, hey, yeah, we can do that. We have the facilities,
Yeah.
the competence to do that, so.
And I think it goes a long way when you're telling somebody, hey, that's not my specialty, but we do have somebody that's got 27
Yeah.
years of experience and that's his specialty.
I think not to create more work for you, Bill,
Mhm.
but like that binder.
Yeah,
I think maybe if we get like a binder, that way we can kind of start flipping through. I use
Yeah.
my binder a lot.
Do you
believe it or
really?
not.
Okay.
At home, I used it last night.
okay,
Just to make sure, the size and kind of like, the height. I
Yep.
had that question
Yeah,
on the flatbed and the box. I mean, I know they're pretty much the same thing, but
okay.
it's a great resource. It really is.
Okay, good. I'm glad you brought that up. So when y'all are going through your guide, look at it and go, hey, now that you've learned more,
Yeah,
hey, I wish I would have had this in this guide.
absolutely.
And
Okay.
write that
Yeah.
down, because that helps me, because if you look at your guide, it's different than his guide.
Mhm.
Because I learned from you all and then upgraded to that.
And let me say this, the email that you sent out yesterday
Yeah.
regarding insurance,
Yep.
that wasn't in the guide.
Exactly.
I actually printed out your email, punched 3 holes in it, and placed it in my guide.
okay.
Why? Because, I'm gonna forget something.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna, okay. how
Yeah,
do I
if you're not gonna
specifically-
use it all the time, you're gonna forget it,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I punched it out, I printed it out on a piece of paper, that email,
Okay.
put it in my guide.
Okay, good.
So
Good.
it's another resource.
Okay. Back to your thing though, creating an international guide, it is time consuming.
Mhm.
The thing is that I'm afraid of, it's like Greg was just saying, is that you get distracted and you start chasing this new thing because it's new, right? And you're not focused on the domestic market,
Mhm.
which I feel like that's something that we should hammer and become experts in that market.
Mhm.
I also feel like there's a lot of opportunity. If you look at just TQL alone, TQL did $1.3 billion in 2017. 2018, they went to 3.3 billion, domestic only.
Yeah,
And they've been around for 20 plus years, and now they're gonna start getting into the international market.
Mm.
So they've waited a long time to do it. I don't wanna wait that long, because I feel like we've got the skills and the know-how to do
Yeah.
it. But I don't want us to get distracted,
Yeah.
which we can easily do.
yes, yeah.
And
Yeah.
wander off. Because the domestic market, there's huge opportunities, a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah.
We just gotta keep going at it, and I think you guys are starting to see the fruits of your labor.
Yes,
It's,
yeah.
it's starting to come in, and and we can't stop. We just gotta keep going, keep the calls going, and get out there on the street. And Valentine's Day, take advantage of, that's an opportunity for you to get out of this office or out of your house or wherever and get out there and go see people.
Yeah,
Perfect opportunity. I used to love it because they got me away from my desk, and I could get out and socialize with people.
Yeah.
And that's what I plan on doing that week. I'll be gone. I'll be out seeing people
What,
okay.
during Valentine's week.
gotcha,
I'll be out doing deliveries.
gotcha.
All right, any questions?
No?
All right, cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Enjoy it, Miguel.